Okay, so here's Andy Rock. Look at your tuck, the elbow, your hips kind of. Andy rotates his hips, into the ball pretty a lot. Some people keep it at 45 degrees. He rotates them almost square, and yours look really similar right there. So really good there. Let's see if we can get one more frame. Okay, there's the next frame on your serve. So here's Andy Roddick. Let's try to get his pair his. So he's coming through. He hits it, and then he's pronating exactly like yours. His right leg's kind of coming back exactly like yours. Looks very similar. Really good. And let's see if we can get your next frame here. And then the fall through, right arm's coming to your left side of your body, right arm's coming to Andy Rock's, right arm's left side of his body. Face, eyes are looking to see where the serve went, eyes are looking to see where the serve went. Left leg, falling through on the left leg, ball your foot, ready to come back and get the next stroke. So overall, really pretty good. And the main things I see is, okay, first of all, you want to create some, maybe start with your right foot behind here, shoulder width apart, and create some momentum in your serve. Let's see Andy Rock. Okay, so here's Andy Rock, his shoulder width apart here. And so when he tosses the ball, look at his hips. His hips are starting to just create a little bit of momentum coming this way into the ball. And then he pulls very hard with his left elbow leading. He gets great racket drop, legs extend. I believe in the a five-step process of the serves. So what are those 5 steps? So the knees are bent, for working from the ground up. Knees, your legs extend. Then you look at the hips. The hips rotate into the ball. Then you look at the shoulder. The shoulders rotate into the ball. Last thing, your arm comes up into the ball, and then the final thing is your wrist snaps into the ball. So that's my 5 steps. It goes leg extensions, hip rotating, shoulders rotating in the ball, arm comes up, and then finally your wrist snaps into the ball. Okay, so first thing, maybe have your right foot stand a little bit back, shoulder width apart, and try to get a little bit of momentum coming into your serve. Instead of just tossing and standing, I would much rather you toss and then have your center of gravity just inching its way into the court. So you want to start back and have your momentum inching its way in the court. I want this hip to start moving out and creating that bow. Let's look at Andy Murray again. See, here's Andy Murray. So his hip is starting to lead. See how he creates a little bit of bow there? And then that allows it to, so now it's starting to, that bow's starting to fire and turning into energy. Extends in, pulls down with the left hip, hips rotating, shoulders are rotating, arm, and then finally the wrist snap into the ball. So first thing, a little bit of momentum. Second thing, work on maybe pushing your hip out a little bit right there. Third thing, I want your racket. I feel like your racket should never really stop during the serve, so it kind of stops right here. and then it just goes straight down. So it should go up. I want it to go up, and then I want it to come kind of closer to your head. Then that's at the trophy pose, and then I want it to come down and scratch your back. This is called racket drop, and then I want you to fire it into the ball. So when it comes down to racket drop, your shoulder, your right shoulder is going to have some external rotation. So let's see it done right here with Andy Murray. All these good players do this. So it's starting to come down. He's at his trophy pose. It's come from here, and now it's coming down. Now it comes down to racket drop, and his shoulder is externally rotated about 90 degrees. His racket's down behind his back, edge starting to lead with the edge, coming up into the ball, and now he's got a lot of wrist snap to put into that ball. So he's able to go from 90 degrees up to 180, and he has 90 degrees of acceleration in that wrist extension there into the ball. So your racket stops right there, and then it just goes straight down and then goes up. You got 90 degrees right here of your wrist rotation into the ball. So once it gets to that point, everything looks pretty much similar. Once it gets past that, let's try to get, so this, once it gets right here, it looks fine, but you missed a lot of opportunity to gain power by letting that racket come down and behind your back and then up into the ball. So that's the third thing that I would I'd work on to maybe gain a little bit of power. I think everything from that point on, from this point on where your racket was down here, looks exactly like the pros. I mean, great left arm, great extension up into the ball. You're jumping, pretty much really similar to the pros. You're landing on your left foot. Your fall through with your right arm's good. You're rotating your hips well. So a lot of good things going on there. I guess that's all I have for you. Like I'd say, this is one of my first videos. If you like what you see and you want to send in a video, send it to ktennis85@gmail.com. And thanks, and I hope to continue doing these. Thanks. Bye.